A fast, fuel-efficient, and fun family rig? Well, that would be this, the Hyundai Tucson, but you're not looking at any Tucson. This is the N-Line with its new turbocharged motor, and that's what makes it fast. I'm Jeremy Cato, and this is CatoCarGuy.com. Thanks for watching, and if you have not already subscribed, please do. Hyundai's N-Line models are designed to get your heart pounding, to get you excited about climbing behind the wheel. In the Tucson here, you can tell this is an N-Line model because of this unique grille. You will not find this on any other Tucson. There's a few other things about the N-Line that also make it unique. There is an 8-speaker Bose sound system, a 10.25-inch touchscreen, and 19-inch wheels. Big wheels that fill up the wells. So let's answer the obvious question. How powerful? 226 horsepower and 258 pound-feet of torque. That from a very small 1.6-liter four-cylinder engine, but it's turbocharged. And even though there's plenty of juice here, fuel economy comes in at a combined 6.4 liters per 100 kilometers, which is really exceptional. The next obvious question is, how much? $43,000 and change, plus fees and taxes and so on. That's about $7,000 more than the base Hyundai Tucson, but it is certainly in line with racier versions of the Toyota RAV4 and the Honda CR-V, the Ford Escape, and the other very long list of compact SUVs like the Tucson. Now, if you're going to spend almost $50,000 large out the door with fees and taxes, one of the things that I want to know is this rig reliable? And the answer is yes, the entire Hyundai brand is exceptionally reliable, which, if you've been around this game as long as I have, it's still a bit of a wonder. I mean, there was a day when a Hyundai really was a rust bucket with bumpers that fell off, but not here. Space is also an asset in the Tucson. It has a roomy, very comfortable cabin, easy entry and exit, big back seat area, and a huge cargo hold. All of these things are very practical, and I guess a lot of buyers, if you're going to spend this kind of money, want to know, how does it make me feel? Let's start things up. Now, I'm looking at the instrument cluster here, which is variable based on the drive modes, and I can change the drive modes with this rocker switch here on the center console. Right now, I have switched into the smart mode, which gives me the white face gauges. Oh, let me just turn off Prof G here. And that's how easy it is to operate the touchscreen. So the smart mode gives me the white face gauges, which allows the software to determine the right blend of power and fuel economy. Or I can go into sport mode, which puts the bias towards performance. Or I can go into pure eco mode, which maximizes fuel economy. On the left, we've got the speedo. On the right, we've got a collection of gauges that deal with the charging system. And overall, I am looking at a nice steering wheel that fits nicely in my hand. There's a few controls on it, and I feel very comfortable to drive. So let's go. Hyundai bills the N-Line as a sporty SUV or crossover wagon. But you can only take that sportiness so far. This vehicle has a tall stance, and it's not really designed for racing around corners. It's really designed for hauling kids and cargo and comfort. And that is the mission of this rig, and I think it fulfills that mission. Now, should you buy this over a RAV or a CR-V or an Escape? That question keeps coming up, of course, because you have so many choices in this marketplace. I think that really will come down to personal preference. I like the way this rig is laid out. I'm a big fan of reliability, especially given that it's going to take most families 6 to 8 years to pay off a $50,000 rig like this. Here we need to talk about design, and I think the design here might be quite polarizing. There are plenty of creases and cutouts and lines. There's a lot going on in this design, and I don't think it's for everybody. It is not your classic sort of bubble-shaped SUV or crossover wagon. Hyundai makes excellent hybrids. The dance between the gasoline engine and the electric powertrain, it's seamless. Really well done. You really don't notice when you're going from one to the other or when they're both working together. And it's quiet. As you can tell, the ride here is extremely quiet. Visibility is excellent because I'm sitting up high, and it's one of the selling features in every crossover. The ride quality, well, let's see, what am I in here? I'm in the Smart mode, which should give me the best blend of performance. It's a little harsh. I think it could be a bit softer, but then again, the road I'm on here is not great. But how does it make me feel? I actually like this car way more than I expected to, because let's face it, all these crossovers are very similar in terms of functionality, space, performance, reliability. They really all are very close to being one of the same. But this rig has terrific seats, very comfortable for a long drive. The driving position is more comfortable than I expected, and I really liked all the space inside. I thought that was exceptional. The instrument and control layout is, I have no complaints. It's well done. The screen here, the 10.25-inch touchscreen, it operates just like your smartphone. You can swipe it across. There's some redundant controls below it, then the climate controls. And down here in the storage area at the base of the center stack, you've got a 12-volt plug and a couple of USB ports. It's all very functional. And as you can see, everything is tilted a little bit towards the driver, so this is a driver-oriented cockpit. Let's have a look at the cargo area. Power tailgate, as you would expect at 50 grand out the door. Wow, this is cavernous. You have your subwoofer here. There's various tie spots here and here. 12-volt outlet, and under the cargo floor is another storage area because there is no spare. But there is a tire mobility kit. All in all, you can fit tons of stuff here, plus the back seats fold nice and flat in a 60-40 manner. And that's cargo. What really is quite shocking is the excellent design here we have in the cabin. Yes, there's a lot of black here, but there are a few red stripes here and there to add a little bit of flavor. But overall, everything is in the right spot. Here is that 10.25-inch touchscreen. There's a nice place for my mobile phone down here. The cup holders are generous. There's a tidy little and very deep storage pocket here. Nice big glove box. The seats are covered in some kind of textured cloth. There's a bit of texture up here, like a bit of a jean texture, and everything is in the right spot. How's that for ease of entry? Let me just close the door here. This backseat space is huge. I have the front seat positioned exactly for me, and look at all the legroom I have. There's also very good headroom and lots of elbow and waist room. I mean, it's just really big. Now back here you have a couple of ports to run your phones. The seats are quite firm, surprisingly firm. We've got some pockets behind the seats. There's another small door pocket here for a water bottle and one over there. And overall, these seats are really nice. They even, look at that, recline. Markets like Canada's, the United States, the European Union, China and Japan have all been making this really quick shift to electrification, which begs the question, should I get a hybrid or should I get a pure battery electric vehicle? I think there are still enough questions about BEVs that the smart choice for the next, at least short term, the next 3 to 5 years, would be a hybrid. Keep in mind, you cut your fuel bill in half, you cut your CO2 emissions in half, and you never have to worry about finding a plug. So there's no range anxiety with a hybrid. A hybrid of this sort would be my family vehicle of choice if I were out there spending my money. The jazzy version of the Tucson, the N-Line edition, surprised me. Surprised me because I didn't think I would enjoy driving this crossover quite as much as I did. I like the cabin room, the firm seats, the excellent electronic controls, the flexibility of the cargo area, and the overall response is very, very good. And of course, there's the affordability story, the safety story, and the reliability story. All in all, if you are shopping for a crossover in the RAV4 CR-V Escape world, you need to put this on your shopping list. I'm Jeremy Cato, and this is CatoCarGuy.com. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.